How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today, I want to talk to you about a potential catalyst for Sen stock. And this is a really interesting one, especially with everything that's happening in the market. I want to cover a couple of the catalysts moving forward and why I still am holding Sens and why I like it so much. So, if you guys like this, please leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Please hit subscribe if you haven't done that already. Definitely do that. We make videos every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. Also, if you guys want, there's a link down there to Webull if you want to trade before the market opens and after the market opens and get some free money in the meantime, because they'll give you up to $3,700 in for free stocks if you deposit $100 on their platform. Also, there's a link down there to Patreon. We just bought a penny stock today, and the one that we're covering today, Sen stock, is actually up about 56% since our cost basis, or from our cost basis, because we actually bought at $1.70. It went down to $1.50. We bought more, and now it's up at $2.50. So definitely check that out if you want to know what I'm buying and selling in the future. So we're looking at Sen stock today, and I really like this one for the long term. Now, I've been holding it. I've held it through the ups and downs, and they have a couple potential catalysts going for them. And I'll hit on the big one a little bit further in, but just a couple ones that we already knew. First of all, they just closed a $115 million bought deal offering. Now, this is important just because it increases our cash. It makes us a lot safer. So that's not really a catalyst right now because this closed at the end of last week. But I think this is something that's just really good for the company in general and something that I like to see. The real potential catalyst, I think, and this is not the one that I'm talking about, that's the one that's really time relevant, but the FDA still has to approve the 180-day sensor system and then the 360-day sensor system. Now, this is going to be really important. This could be delayed for a couple months. It's a couple months down the line still, but it could send the stock price up because, again, the next best option, and I've talked about this before in past videos a little bit more in depth, but the next best option is about a 10-day sensor system. They have a 90-day right now, but they're looking to increase this to 180 days. And then this is the news article from today. Senseonics announces initiation of European commercial efforts by partner Essentra Diabetes Care. Now, this one's interesting because they bring up the 180-day system. They say, today further strengthens our collaboration and shows the commitment of our combined organizations to provide patients with an implantable sensor that gives them continuous glucose monitoring readings for up to 180 days. Essentra's global infrastructure and strong commercial experience, alongside our focus on innovation, product development, and production, will enhance value for all stakeholders. Now, again, I just find this interesting because Essentra is a huge diabetes company, and they are taking over the European operations. But the fact that they bring up the 180-day continuous glucose monitoring system again, I think is positive. Obviously, we're still waiting to get the FDA clearance on this, but I don't think it's too far away. Now, I could be wrong. There's a ton of stuff happening because of the pandemic, but they're really focusing on this moving forward. The thing that I really want to talk about today is this article here. 10 short squeeze candidates under $10 from Benzinga. Now, the number 2 stock on this list is Senseonics. It's got 34% of its float, which is traded short. This is a large amount. This is not close to what GME was or GameStop was, but this is still a very high amount. This is still a very high short position. And the fact is, if the stock price starts to go up, it could cause a short squeeze. Now, I wanted to see how likely it was that this would happen. Now, I'll be honest, I don't think this will continue to happen where Wall Street Bets continues to jump on different plays and make them go up as much. I think there's too much friction there. I think, first of all, it'll be hard to remain focused for that long and jump in and out of stocks at the same time. And second of all, I think there are too many things that will stop them. But I don't think that that will necessarily affect the short term. I think that there could be possibility that there is there are more short squeezes in the short term. And Sens is an interesting one because it's so highly shorted. It is still a small company, right? It's still under $1 billion. And I looked on Wall Street Bets, and someone says, just as of a few days ago, that this could be the next short squeeze. They say, I think Sens will make a better squeeze than the ones being pumped in NAKD, CTRM, and SNDL. Let's raise money for diabetes while squeezing them out of their positions as well. And I was looking through here, a lot of people agree with them. Now, I'm not saying that this will happen. Again, I'm just saying that this has potential, and it's really interesting just because of everything that's happening in the market. It could be a huge potential catalyst. Now, that being said, they also have these other catalysts that we talked about. Also, their last earnings announcement was in early November. So I believe it was November 9. That means that we have just a few days until they are likely to do another news announcement for the end of year. Now, I'm looking to see some increase in earnings. I'm looking to see a good cash position, which we already know they'll have. I think this also could be a potential catalyst. Now, who knows if they do another bought deal offering or another direct offering or anything like that, because they are still pretty expensive from where they were. Now, they did jump up significantly. I think at some point they were over $3.50 or something like that. I think they're nearing $4. So they are down significantly from there. But what they're doing is really good just in general, right? With the continuous glucose monitoring system. I think there is a lot of need for that. And I think people are looking to buy into these smaller companies, especially as more catalysts come up. Now, I'm not saying to go put your life savings in the stock or anything like that. I'm not a financial advisor. I would never say that because I believe in diversification. But I like the company enough that when it dropped from 170 to 150, I bought in, even while knowing that everyone was, or a lot of people were selling off shares. I was actually excited for that. So I'm interested to see what happens for this company in the future. I want to see what kind of catalysts they have between all these different potential catalysts, and if there is some kind of short squeeze because of Wall Street Bets. That could be an insane squeeze for the fact that it is such a small market cap. A lot of people will be interested in it. Now, I'm going to pay attention to this. If you guys notice that there's some difference on Wall Street Bets or anywhere else, I've seen it talked about in a lot of other communities on Reddit. So definitely let me know in the comments down below if you do notice something happening in Wall Street Bets about the stock. Definitely check out my last video too, just from a little while ago, on the other penny stock that I just bought that has no debt. It's got a $4.5 million grant from the U.S. government, and the CFO is literally being paid more if the company does well and does or has some potential positive catalyst. So that one's really interesting to me too. Definitely check out the video on the end screen. But let me know, again, what you guys think about this. If you guys want to check out the link down below to Webull, definitely check that out. Also, if you want, there's that link down there to Patreon to know exactly when I buy and sell stocks. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and I will see you in this video. Bye.